Always kept it straight. This is not for y'all. This is not for the money. This is for me. While y'all thinking that I'm just doing it for the money, I believe that I can win.
Terence Crawford has finally fired back at Errol Spence's call-out for a rematch of their 2023 undisputed clash. Crawford's name is bigger than ever right now, and Spence wants a piece of that spotlight, demanding a rematch at super middleweight.
It's a lot of stuff, but my main objective was to make the fight happen by any means. Even though my people wanted to, after a while, they wanted to walk away from the fight because out of just all that outrageous demands, and then when you meet his demands and he moves to go, he's nice as hell, but. I'm at the point of my career, the money right, I'll fight anybody, so
But here's the twist. Crawford isn't saying no. In a new interview, the undisputed super middleweight champ smiled when asked about Spence's challenge. If he can make 168, I'm down, Crawford said. I've still got a few fights left in me.
Like I said before, that's my obligation in the contract. And I gotta honor that that's the next move for me and my.
That burning desire not to lose, where does that come from? That competitive spirit?
And it's just something in all the greats. If you look at all the greats in any sport, they always was hungry to be the best. They wanted to prove that they was the best. They want to show the world and show everybody that they're.
Errol Spence Jr. says he's moving up because he's been out of the ring too long and has put on serious size. He believes he's strong enough now to meet Crawford at 168. That's the fight I want, Spence said. We've still got a contract, it's valid.
Without him, really wanting to fight and putting forth the effort into doing what he can do along with me to get this fight done, we wouldn't be fighting. So it's only right that I give him that same,
It's the perfect storyline. Crawford just became the undisputed super middleweight champ after beating Canelo Alvarez on September 13th, the biggest win of his career. That victory made his first fight with Spence look like old news, and now Spence wants payback.
He said the Jose Benavidez fight was probably the toughest fight of his career. And I think you said back in the day you had your way with him in sparring. Is there anything to take away from that or that you take away from it?
No, not at all. It was a good fight. We fought a one-leg Jose Benavidez, and it was the toughest fight of his career. That says a lot.
What does it say?
After their rematch was canceled last year, quiet talks started again. Crawford even hinted he was open to it before the Canelo fight became his focus. But now, fans think Spence is chasing another big payday, not redemption, because their first fight wasn't even close.
I'm walking over my feet. I want to get out the game. I got kids, got a mom and dad, and they want to enjoy me, so.
Many fans aren't buying Spence's comeback story. One commenter said, "Why would you want to fight a guy who nearly ended your career? It was 50-50 back then, now it's 90-10. You really want to walk back into that slaughter?" Others joked he'd be better off taking a long break. Another fan wrote, "Bro wants another crash, this time from a punch." They compared Spence to fighters like Tim Tszyu, who fought too soon after brutal battles and paid the price. One said, "Crawford will destroy him. He's not a tune-up, he's a career ender."
Definitely, it was exciting, the whole build up to it and leading up to it too. So it's something that I wouldn't change for nothing, and I'm definitely open to the rematch, and hopefully it'll be at 154 pounds.
I can retire right now and be in the Hall of Fame. He couldn't. Everything that I've accomplished, he's still trying to accomplish.
You not think Spence will be in the Hall of Fame?
Right now? No, how?
Yeah, he's
And that-
right, dude. He's right.
How? You know,
You would
like
be-
he fought in one division. You know,
Never unified the belts.
Some fans even think Spence should ditch PBC altogether, blaming the promotion for his stalled career. "Leave PBC, bro. It's not what it used to be," one wrote. "Join Turkey, get real fights, but don't go near Crawford. That beast will tear you apart."
You know, he unified. He had 3. Yeah, the
Yeah, but he didn't
WBC,
unify all 4.
WBA,
He wasn't
IBF.
undisputed.
Huh?
He wasn't undisputed.
He wasn't. No, but what I'm saying is, they already called him a weight bully, right? He beat Kell Brook coming off of a loss, an eye injury. You know, he beat Sean Porter.
In all fairness, he had to go over there to get that.
Like I said,
I mean, it could happen. I mean, why not? If Crawford wanna challenge himself to be great, let him try to be great. You know, so you know what I'm saying, I'm with it. So you know, I'll be going for, but you know.
Their first fight contract did include a rematch clause, and Crawford admits it still feels like unfinished business. But if they meet again, he's the heavy favorite. The question is whether Spence will be stronger at 154 or if the weight cut will hurt him again like last time.
you know what I mean? That's a good win. Like, I don't want to sound like I'm hating on him or, you know,
I understand
things like
saying.
that, but
Right.
I honestly don't know if he make it to the Hall of Fame with the...
Right now, Errol Spence Jr. seems stuck in boxing limbo. He hasn't announced retirement, but he's been inactive for nearly 2 years. Once viewed as one of the most feared fighters alive, his fall from dominance began the night he met Terence Crawford and never recovered.
I said I would never want to fight him coming off an accident like that. Because when I beat him,
Right.
then y'all gonna say it was because of the accident.
Right.
He fight. He beat Danny Garcia. I was in the crowd. I said, nah, he can't beat me. That's the first time I seen Spence fight live. I said,
So you knew then when you seen that?
I'm like, look, yeah, because you know it's different on TV than when you watching it up close in person.
Crawford's demolition of Spence was unforgettable. He dropped him 3 times and forced the referee to stop it in round 9. It was a masterclass, pure dominance, as Crawford became the first undisputed welterweight champion in nearly 40 years.
If he fight Canelo, I'll be going for him. I mean, I don't know if he gonna win or lose, but I definitely be going for Crawford. I think if anybody can pull it off, he can pull it off.
Yeah. No,
He's chasing greatness, so why not? Canelo came up to 175 and all that, and fought Kovalev and fought the other guy too. So I mean, if he can do it, and he started at 147. So I mean, if he
That fight was 5 years in the making, and when it finally happened, Crawford put on a clinic. Power, precision, and control. Everything you'd expect from a generational great. Whether Spence dares to run it back at 168 or not, history already belongs to Terence "Bud" Crawford.
The fish fry come Saturday. Man, you gotta calm down, brother. Cause listen, man, things can get real sticky real quick, and then everybody would say, this is what we do every time we come out. This is what we do when we come out. Social media.
The matchup between undefeated American stars more than 5 years in the making.
Confidence to come out there and just be like, okay, well, even the skills to say, all right, let me see how you gonna take a punch to the chin. Let me see how you gonna take a punch to the body. Let me see how you gonna react when you can't bully somebody around.
Good, I just hit the ball.
Okay, so my mind was, you know what I mean, you know, it was racing a little bit. And I was like, man, how should I come out? And it was like, man, just come out. Oh, listen, just like you talking, just like you doing all that talking, bro, it can turn deadly real quick. But on both sides, so why not support, listen, why not support your fighter? Support your fighter. Along my career, I've been criticized and people have taken credit away from me just to try to diminish my accomplishments just off of pure hate. So what would they be able to say with me going up 2 weight classes.
Say, oh, well, maybe it was the weight or whatever the case is. What do you think about that? Like talking about the weight at 154.
I wasn't worried about that. I felt stronger than him.
Mhm.
You know, I felt that I punched harder than him. I felt as if I hurt him many of times.